Hey guys!
What's going on?
So we are here to talk to you guys about why getting a real estate agent is really important if you are looking to buy a place. So we have no knowledge on renting and apartments and getting real estate agents for that, but we're going to be talking about the condo slash house process because they're both basically the same with getting a real estate agent.
And I gotta say, I was one of the people that were like, at the beginning, they were like, we don't really need a realtor, like, you know, we can contact, you know, these people and get all this stuff and handle it ourselves. Or was it wrong after you go through the process and you realize it's tough to, you know, talk to 3-4 different listing agents to get up showings, to meet with people, you know, for different things.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier having someone else handle it for you as you're going to work or you're living your day-to-day life. Like, they focus on that, they handle it for you.
Yeah. I mean, this is their job. So, you know, and given a lot of real estate agents can have other part-time jobs depending on how much money it brings in for them, but it's a very important job to them and they're going to handle it. Now, one big thing that we want to stress to you, you need to get a real estate agent that works with you and that you feel comfortable talking to and being with a lot.
Yeah.
So, basically, months and months ago when we pursued a real estate agent for the first time, and at this point we didn't know if we were getting an apartment or a condo, whatever, we talked to this woman and she didn't vibe well with us, you know, like we weren't feeling her, like the connect, you know, the relationship, and she wasn't on, like she wasn't helpful, she wasn't on it, and it almost seemed like, why am I helping these people? And it's like, well, then why am I going to work with you?
Yeah, you want to get someone that genuinely cares about you.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to brush you off and go about their life. Like, you want someone that's invested in this as much as you are, putting your time into it. They want you to find a good place. They're not going to push on a place that you don't feel comfortable with. Like, you definitely want to find that person.
Yeah, so basically then we pursued somebody else when we were more ready for the actual process, and she's wonderful. I knew her through another event that we worked together. It was a vendor event. She does one of the direct sales company kind of things, and I was the makeup artist for her company that day, and we met through that, and we were just talking, and it got into how we were trying to move out soon, and she's a real estate agent, blah blah. And so I said, hey, well, when we're ready next month, I'll probably give you a call. And then we did, and it worked out because she's a very talkative person. She's very, you know, outgoing, friendly, easy to communicate with. She knows her stuff. Like, that's the thing. She's very, you know, you can talk to her, you feel like you're heard, and she not only hears you, she goes the next step and helps to find places that you may like. So not only can you say, hey, I want to see this place, let's go see this place, and she'll set it up, but she'll say, hey, I think this place may be a really good fit for you, let me know if you want to see it. And it's fine if you do or you don't, but if you do, she sets that up as well. And basically, the real estate agent helps because they set everything up for you. If you don't have a real estate agent, you have to make all the calls to all the listing agents of each individual place, and then you have to work around your schedule and their schedule, because now a listing agent has to come out, because basically there's this thing called a lockbox, and that's how you get in the place. The real estate agent or the listing agent knows the code. It's either a number or an alphabet or whatever, and basically the lockbox holds the keys to open the place. So it's safe, so people aren't going to break in, and only the, you know, responsible people have the code. So it's just a pain in the butt to have to be on everybody else. Plus, not to mention, because you're building a relationship with the real estate agent and because they have a real feel for what you're looking for, it's a better fit because you can get to where you want to get sooner. Because if you're just working on your own, you don't really have anyone giving you input or advice on which direction to go in next. The person doesn't really care to help you further than their own place. And, you know, it could take longer because you don't know what to do next, or you don't know where to look. And you're also limited to where you can look because you're not going to see every single place that is out there on there, because they have, the real estate agents have like this the system where they can see more things, probably for good reason, because they want to be hired for that reason, you know. So it's really good just to see all the possibilities that are out there. Another good thing to mention is you don't pay your real estate agent. Nothing comes out of your pocket, because basically they're working for the commission that they're going to get from the seller of the condo or the house. So I'm not really sure the commission rate. I know, like, I've heard like 3 to 5% from the selling price is what they can get, which if you are an active real estate agent, I mean, to think about that, they could be making some good money. So you don't have to worry about paying them hourly or for anything, and yeah, that's how they get paid. So that's another plus, is it's not like you have to worry, oh, am I going to break the bank getting a real estate agent.
And I gotta say, we were looking at a pretty low like price range to begin with when we got a realtor. You know, she was telling us how, you know, looking at places that are at the lower end, you're going to find, you know, some of that aren't in the greatest condition, some that you're going to have to put some work in as far as painting it, maybe remodeling, you know, just doing a lot more work for looking at the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to houses and places. Then they showed us some that, you know, were, you know, higher up, like in that middle ground. Liked it. Some were pretty good, feeling it. Then, you know, as time goes on, we're looking at places that are a lot more higher. Things that we, at first, on our own, we weren't looking at because we were like, whoa, we don't know if we can get that. Yeah. Like, we're unsure because we were looking at something that's lower, more manageable to us. But after looking at it and viewing, you know, places from the lowest to the middle to the highest end, like, you definitely see what you should be getting if you're going to be putting this amount of money down. And I gotta say, I'm definitely happy with, you know, looking at everything, getting in, you know, a full range of, you know, all the possibilities. Definitely be open to whatever advice they give you, whatever places they show you, because they can definitely find you some gems, you know, in all these places they're showing you. Mm-hmm. And I also want to mention, you know, don't be scared to go out of your price range, you know, because let's say if a place, you know, may cost, you know, a lot more, maybe 10, 20, 30 thousand out of your budget. Like, there's a whole negotiating process with the seller that you can make. Maybe you can get him or her down, you know, 10, 20,000, whatever the case may be for you. Like, don't be scared of it. It's gonna work out for you. It very well, you know, it's gonna be within your benefit of looking at a place that's gonna be, you know, higher possibly.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure that you have a decent down payment is my advice. A lot of people are not able to have a decent down payment, and because we did things a little differently. You know, if you're moving from an apartment to buying, you may not be able to save as much as we had, so that's understandable, but that will also hugely benefit you in that process of haggling. It depends on the condition of the place sometimes, how much the seller will go up or down in price.
And I definitely want to stress the fact that getting a real estate agent is great. Like I said, at first I was iffy. I'm like, do I really need one? I'm a person that's like, you know, I can just handle it myself. Like, who needs help? Yeah. But like you do, because if you think about it, who wants to be meeting? You know, if you want to view 5 places, you have to meet with 5 different listing agents for those places, instead of just having one person, someone that knows you, knows what you're looking for, can, you know, definitely be the middleman in this and get the codes for the places. You know, make sure the person's on time all the time. Like, it's just great. Like, I can't stress that enough. If you're looking at homes and condos that you want to buy, definitely look into getting a realtor. It's a lot easier. It takes a lot of stress. Like, we didn't have to stress at all trying to, you know, get in contact with her, or if we had an idea for a place we wanted to. She was very active. Like, yeah. It was great.
She was always responding to us through email and text. Again, it's important to know that your real estate agent is going to work for you the way you need. So for us, very nice that she was, you know, always responding when we needed her to. Yeah. I always knew that we were going to get a real estate agent just because I know how it works, and I just thought it was always smarter. Not to mention, because we're buying, I just thought it was a little smarter to get someone who knows their stuff. That's another thing. Get someone who really knows stuff about houses or real estate and all that stuff, because, like, This one place, she knew what the counters were called. I didn't. Stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's minor, but it's cool. She knew how some of the cabinets that would need replacing, some of them were like solid inside, so I guess instead of replacing, you can resurface cabinets. So you can just like get the new like doors and paint and like kind of just make it look prettier, but you don't have to replace the entire cabinet, which is cheaper. So I didn't know that was a thing. Like, it's just very interesting how much they have to know, because you know, they have to know the stuff you want to look for. They have to know the square footage. They have to know the areas that you're going to. They have to know the stuff that's in the house, and they have to know how you can make it your own. I mean, of course, that's the big thing that real estate agents do is, well, you could add this or you can do this. And even though, yeah, sometimes you're going to just not listen to that because either it's too expensive or you don't want to, but it's still helpful because they can open your eyes to things that you would never think of. Because we don't think about this stuff because it's not our profession.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out that if you're, you know, younger and you're looking for a place, find someone that's not gonna, you know, put you down or shy you away or whatever. Someone that's like treats you like an adult.
That first lady was she was a little like, I had a feeling it's almost like she didn't believe we could afford to move out, and like we could be millionaires at our age, and I feel like she'd still feel that way. You know, and that's that little bit of discrimination, and it's like, you know what? Own the fact that you are young and you are able to move out and you're happy about it, because you shouldn't be sad about it. You should be so excited that you're able to do this, because that's a huge milestone for anybody, but let alone somebody who's younger than average for moving out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely get someone who looks at you like a fellow adult, and that's it.
Like, so. Yeah, all in all, like, a lot of the things we can't stress enough. Yeah. Just, you know, definitely feel comfortable with the person that you're going to be going on this adventure with, other than your partner. You know, it's definitely an interesting one. Find someone you can talk to that's active, that cares about you moving out as much as you do. All very important things that I don't think we really think about until you're actually in it. So just keep that in mind. Our words of wisdom to you. And our real estate agent, Lori's the bomb. If she happens to see this. But with that in mind, I feel like we covered a lot. Yeah. I mean, if you guys have any questions on anything that maybe we missed out and didn't answer your question on, feel free to drop it in the comments. We'll be sure to get back to you guys on anything. And check our moving out playlist. We've made several videos, and we have several more to make about the process of all this coming together. So, and it's just getting more exciting as we go. So definitely check them all out and subscribe for more of those. All right, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Peace.